Hey everybody, what's going on? How are you? What's today? Today is Tuesday. Man, these days are running together right now. I'll tell you what, been cranking it up. How's everybody doing? Hope you all had a great day today. Things are going well. Like getting a bit warmer out here in the East Coast, which is great. Small talk, right? Starting out with the weather for a little while. Where we got? Hey, I'm good. How are you? Good to see you. So where are you guys coming in from right now? Put it there in the chat. Let me know. Doing okay? Okay, good. We got 9:43 East Coast. Any West Coasters out there? I didn't see it probably, my friend. Awesome. Texas. How's Texas these days? I'm not sure right now, man. I'm not sure. I'm out on the East Coast for the time being right now, but I'm out in California quite a bit, so we'll see. Austin's a fantastic town. That's a big that's like a great, I think, a great artist community there, don't they? Great music scene, all that stuff in Austin. I've heard that. Yeah, for sure. I hear you there. The vitamin D, getting some sun makes a huge difference. Is it cold? Is that right? Well, it's been pretty much a lot warmer now. January, February, I think that had to be Tampa Bay. Lucky. That it had to be probably the coldest I've seen it in a while out here, in the DC area. So, yeah, Austin's fantastic. What's my dream car? I don't know, man. There's so many different ones that are fantastic. A lot of good ones. I'm not a big car aficionado. I know a little bit here and there, but I think they're all really the some of those supercars are all pretty amazing. Boston, no way. Been up to Boston quite a bit. That's fantastic. 60s today, no way. Nice. I'm from Buffalo, New York originally, so anytime we're over 40, it's like short weather. Everyone's getting out in the snow. They're getting out of the snow and getting in the shorts. You're over 40 degrees there for sure. So. Hey, I hope you guys are all doing well. Things are going good here. A lot of interesting stuff happening out in the news, and a lot of things happening with the markets, all this stuff like that. But I always go back to the biggest thing. My anchor point for me is working out, getting in the gym. That's where I get a lot of my mental and emotional wellness from. Make sure I'm putting the workouts in. Make sure I'm controlling the controllables. I'm getting to put the right things into my body as far as eating right, stuff like that. Video game, I don't know, brother. It's been a while. My kids used to whoop my ass in Call of Duty. I thought I was pretty cool trying to do it like the right way. My kids would laugh at me and just smoke me. I could barely even move 5 feet without them doing some backflip and killing me. I love video games. I just don't have time to play them ever. I'm always busy doing other things, but definitely pretty cool. One time my youngest son had this VR game, and I played this thing for like 3 hours. I was sick afterwards. It was hilarious. I was like, he was laughing at me. But yeah, I don't know. How about you? What's your favorite video game out there? Now that we're on the topic, we'll talk about it. Put them in the chat there. Favorite video games. I don't even know what all the new stuff is, but my kids keep me up to date. I guess they tell me that LA looks really like GTA, which is funny. I've only seen GTA for like 5 minutes, but I guess that's a real thing. It's amazing. I gotta tell you guys this though. I'll tell you. So I drive a Tesla right now. Okay, I've got a Tesla Model S Plaid. Thing's super crazy fast. Speaking of cars that you like, I really like my car. But the driving, the autopilot's unbelievable. I heard someone on a podcast saying it can drive in the city so well. And so I went ahead, I'll follow through. I've never seen that. Sorry, I'm like all over the map here right now. But I didn't realize the podcast, someone said that how great the self-driving is right now. So I clicked it on today and it drove me around the city. I swear to God, it was like having a taxi driver driving around. I couldn't believe it. It stopped at a red light, peeked out so the camera could see if anyone's coming. Then it went all by itself. I was super. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like them, but it's a cool car. It's fast and it drives itself, so it's good. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, there are a lot of great cars out there. I just happened to get into this one because I found I was texting so much for my business that I needed something something I found about the self-driving, and I decided to take a look at it and try it out. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty great. But yeah, guys. So I mean, for me, I always go back to my anchor point of being my my health and my wellness, all those things. Try to always focus on that. How about you guys? What gets you back to like your anchor point, to feeling centered? What works for you guys? For me, again, gym. Yeah, I drive manual transmission for sure. I grew up driving manual transmission. But how about you guys? What would you say is your big anchor point? Like what is something that brings you back to center? Hey, what's going on, Bethany? How are you? But yeah, so what brings you back to center? For me, like, it's working out, right? Some people it's doing other things, So what do you guys think? High five back to you. What was my dream job growing up? I did it. All this stuff, man. That's what I wanted to do, and now I'm lucky to be doing this. I love what I'm doing right now. It's fantastic. It's really great. Gym and swimming laps every day? Yeah, I hear you there. It makes a big difference, right? Talking with your father, yeah, you're so lucky. Take advantage of that, man. That's awesome. That's really fantastic. I lost my father in 2008, and it's like every day I think about it. I wish I could talk to him. I wish I could go back and have time. Yeah, working out is so important. A good friend of mine just lost his dad the other day. I mean, his dad was older, like 91, 92, so he was very lucky. But yeah, I lost my dad in 2008, so it's been a while. But yeah, I miss him. So again, I think that's a great topic though, right there, to bring up. Hey, thank you. But yeah, I think making time for loved ones, and just remember that work is just a vehicle, right? It's a vehicle to build the life you want to live, and how you want to serve, how you want to give, how you want to grow. And I was having a conversation today with someone about happiness. Okay, I think for me, happiness, I've always thought of that as kind of fleeting. Like I'm happy when I pet my dog. My dog's right down here right now. You guys can see her. There she is. Hey, Lucky, say hi to everybody. So she's right down there right now. She's fantastic. I'm happy with that. I think I have inner peace, satisfaction, joy, getting meaning for life, and all those things are super, super important. It makes a big, big difference. Hey, thank you. So I mean, I think, and I'll get to some of these questions here in a second, guys. Thanks for participating and adding all this stuff in. That's awesome. I think it's so important that, your life has meaning, and like happiness for me, like, I guess petting my dog, going and having a donut, right? I'm pretty happy like a little kid, but you're not going to make a living really like that. So I think the thing is to remember that sometimes, even though we're going through hardship in life, things are really hard, right? They're difficult for us. You can still have a great life, and a life of joy, and a life of meaning, and a life of satisfaction, a life where you feel significant. These things are deep and powerful towards you living a fulfilling, meaning life, right? So even though life gets hard, maybe you aren't even happy. You don't know what that experience of that fleeting feeling of happiness, but you can have inner peace, joy, satisfaction, meaning. So maybe that is happiness. Maybe that really is happiness, right? Yeah, so I think that's all that stuff's really important. So some of the stuff behind me, I guess I had a question about, about some of these. Hi. Hey, Bethany. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, some of the stuff behind me. So this was from 2nd Raider Battalion, 2nd Marine Special Operations Battalion, the red and gold. I was the battalion commander for them. I commanded them. And then this is the Marine Raider symbol, and there are a bunch of writing on the back. People signed it and like that. This is just our symbol. It goes back to the Marine Raiders in World War II. It's our current, like they're Navy SEALs, they're Marine Corps Raiders, right? So we're called Raiders. They're called SEALs. Green Berets are called, Special Forces. Army Special Forces are Green Beret because they wear a Green Beret. But yeah, we have, that's our Raider symbol. But it goes all the way back to World War II. These stars are for the Southern Cross in the South Pacific. They're drawing back the symbology from World War II. The Marine Raiders have conducted raids throughout the Japanese-held islands. Some really savage, crazy stuff. If you ever look it up, the Marine Corps Raiders, Marine Raiders in World War II. I had 2nd Marine Raider Battalion, which has a huge lineage and history all the way back to World War II. Crazy stuff they were doing back then. Those stars are supposed to be the constellation of the Southern Cross. And obviously, you know, the death's head is the death's head. And the diamond symbols for Blue Diamond for 1st Marine Division back in World War II. So a lot of history there. And if I have any of my Marine Raiders out there that have extra detail, please chime in. Thanks, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. This up above is one of my team leaders, a very good friend of mine. We were stepping off, getting ready to get on helicopters. Helicopters right behind us, actually, in this picture, to go do a pretty important mission. And someone took a picture of us. And this is the Special Operations Command Spear. That's what that head is. This was given to me by my guys from when I left my last unit. Obviously, the dagger is for Special Operations. There's the Marine Raider symbol. That's my combat diver badge and my jumping, my expert parachutist badge, and there's a bunch of stuff down below it too as well. And then I have a couple other paddles down the line as well that I can explain another time. But yeah, I mean, gosh, if you're interested in military stuff, tune in Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern time, when we have the War Room live. It's live every 6 p.m. East Coast time, Eastern time, every Friday. I won't be there for this Friday's episode, but you'll get to see Jake, Navy SEAL, Jay, Green Beret, Nate, Green Beret, Aaron, Air Force Pararescue, and myself, except for this Friday, I won't be there. But tune in for that. Lots of great stuff. Those guys have fantastic channels as well, too, on YouTube. So again, that's the War Room on YouTube, and it's also a podcast. And so it's absolutely fantastic. But hey, and if you guys, I'm seeing some things too, some comments, but I mean, and I get some DMs and questions, but if you guys are interested in working with me, okay, typically in the past, I did one-on-one coaching with CEOs, founders of companies, executives. It was a big investment, okay? And also working with corporations, doing inspirational speaking, all this stuff like that, okay? I did immersion programs as well on location in places like Hawaii, Miami, Dubai, Singapore, Switzerland, I did them as well, California. But now I've had so many people reach out to me and ask me, so hey, Ben, when are you going to create something that's not just a one-on-one or not, frankly, a big investment, really expensive investment like the immersion programs? They're very effective. I get a lot of great results. I have great testimonials. But that's why I created this membership program that I have right now. It's fantastic. You know, we do one live session for an hour of me coaching and teaching once a month, the third Friday of every month. And then I stay afterwards for at least 30 minutes. Usually it's more to coach one-on-one with everybody that's a member, okay? So we talk about whatever you got going on, what you're trying to work on, what you're trying to accomplish, and I'm going to help you get through those. And you also will get free membership, lifetime membership into my community, okay? And so there are a lot of, great people in there, successful people. I think I'm going to have one of my old teammates joining me in there as well too, which would be really cool. You can pick his brain in the community. And then I've got some other entrepreneurs in there, some career people, really successful, and everybody's trying to level up. So if you're looking to make a breakthrough this year, if you feel like you're stuck, if you feel like you stall on your goals and you're like, you know what, I don't want to invest thousands of dollars right now. I don't have time to do a big seminar, Tony Robbins does great stuff. I love Tony Robbins, but some of his stuff is pretty damn time intensive. It's like 3 days, 4 days of, like 8, 12, 13 hours a day. Plus it's a few $1,000s, right? And definitely fantastic stuff, but it's a big commitment, and I think that's why this membership I have is you're going to get great value from that 1 hour coaching period. I have real structure to it. I'm also going to give you access to the presentation I use to teach you guys from, okay? So I'm going to hang that in the members area. I'm going to hang the video in the members area. You can go along at your own pace. If you can't miss this, if you can't go to the session, the live session with me, you have access to that anytime you want in the members area, okay? I also have my membership success path in there that's going to guide you along the way for the milestones I think you need to accomplish in order to achieve this breakthrough transformation that I know you can do to get your next level, okay? And then I recently just for this week uploaded a PDF of a self-discipline and habit tracker, because we all need to do that. You want to check in, what are your big habits you need to use? And then how are you doing on them on a scale of 1 to 10? How accurate are you with it? Let's say it's waking up at a certain time. How often are you doing it, okay? Let's say it's getting your workout in. How often are you building that habit? How well are you doing on building that habit and using that habit? And then so that's another great tool. I'm not going to try and overload you guys either, okay? Because the lessons are significant. They're powerful. If you read them over that month a few times, right? I'm not going to be like, you're going to read 20 books and you're going to read all. No. you're going to get the transformation. You're going to get the results. Trust me, I've been doing this full-time, nonstop. I have thousands of hours of coaching people as a full-time professional coach in what I do, okay? Thousands of hours. I've got all the Zoom recorded sessions to show it, okay? It's on there. And these are all confidential. Everything I do is confidential, so I don't talk about my client list. I don't release, videos of me coaching people, stuff like that, because it's confidential. So what goes on in the membership, stays on in there. What goes on in my one-on-one clients stays on in there. I might put out some things and some concepts and stuff I've been coaching or video of me actually talking, but no one else. It's just how I do it. Other people are different, but I do have testimonials from people that you'll see. If you go to my link tree, my link in my bio, click on my coaching membership, check it out. Nothing, you're not obligated if you just go in there and look, just don't put your credit card and your name in there and all that stuff like that. Don't seal the deal if you don't want to. I hope you do, because it's a fantastic value. And I'm really excited about it. And it's super fun. Like literally we were laughing at my last live session. I was saying how you guys didn't know it's going to be comedy hour too, did you? And we all had a good laugh about that. So I love what I do. It's my passion, my purpose, my mission. So much fun. And I love seeing you guys win. That's the biggest win for me is the feedback. When people say they're making a breakthrough, they make more money, they save money, they lose weight, they build their relationship, they end the relationship that they needed to get out of, they're afraid to get out of. They cross some fear point in their life. They get a new habit that's really working for them. They overcome procrastination. All these things, man, it makes such a huge difference. Huge difference. And I think that's a big difference maker. So check it out. Go look in there. Take a look. See if it makes sense for you. You'll see the testimonials in there as well too from people that I've they say I changed their life, right? They say that it made a big difference. I had someone in there talking about me tripling their income over the course of about a year. Another person had quadrupled their income. I'm not saying that's going to happen to everybody, but the bottom line is I'm the guide. Okay, I know how to get into your head and get you in your head to understand the way your mind works and your emotions work to build an unstoppable, resilient mind. Also learning the executive skills of planning, project management, knocking out tasks. Okay, and then having the endurance and the energy to overcome the obstacles. Okay, all these things are going to be in there. Super fun, fantastic, honest to God, because here's the thing. The number one thing is this. If you know what you want, you clearly define it, and you have the energy, okay, the sheer energy and drive to get through the hard times, okay, to overcome the obstacles, to overcome the friction and the adversity you face, amazing things will happen for you, okay? So amazing things. That's what's going to happen for you. So I'm seeing something there. Henry, what is it? What's your question, brother? Put it in here again, because it's like a ticker tape. It goes up and then disappears. So I may not see if you wrote something. Okay, sorry. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for answering it for him. Yeah, it's in my bio. The link is in my bio, and just click on the link in my bio. It's a link tree. It's got a drop down of a couple things. You look for the coaching membership. That's the one. There's some other things as well too. If you want to join my newsletter, it's completely free. It's a weekly newsletter. Really good. I mean, I read it myself, and obviously, so it's good stuff, and I think you're gonna get a lot out of that too. And there's some other stuff too, like the war rooms in there, my website, all that other. But how much is one-on-one coaching, brother? It's a bit more of an investment. Typically, honestly, it's for the 6 months to work with me, it's $20,000. Okay, and so typically I have CEOs, founders, and people that are very serious about making a transformation, and we meet once a week, okay, on Zoom. I also do, supporting phone call with you, but we can talk more about that. Again, Henry, if you're really interested in it, just hit me up again one more time. I'll get back to you. We'll talk about it. Definitely will help you make, 20,000, right? 20,000 US dollars. That's right. So that's why the coaching membership is so great, okay? Because it's $47.99, okay? $47.99 per month. As someone told me the other day, that's a lunch and a Starbucks, a Starbucks coffee once or twice, and it's paid for, okay? So I know you're gonna get a lot out of it. There's no obligation. Just like everything that I do, it's money back guarantee is in my one-on-one coaching. If you're not satisfied or you can't do it anymore, something happens, you can't afford to, to pay. And if you're paying monthly, then you just stop and I'll refund you any unused portion of funds that you didn't use yet, okay? And the same thing with this coaching membership. Let's say you go for a couple months or you go for 1 month and you're like, what, something happened, I can't do it anymore. Or, this just isn't for me. If it's not for you, go ahead and cancel out and then you're free, okay? So I believe in what I do enough. I I believe in enough but I do to offer this to you. And I know I would want that personally for me. I want that as well too. All my people I coach are special people. Okay, I get some really special people in there. Henry, you're asking me for how long? I see you, brother. Now I'm watching. I'm keeping an eye on it. For how long? The one-on-one coaching goes for, it's a 6-month block. Okay, so once a week we get together on a Zoom call for an hour, once a week for 6 months. Okay, and if you miss a session, I'm not going to charge you for it because the one-on-one coaching is a significant investment, and I would want someone to do that for me. Okay, so as far as like, can you call me, whatever, in the one-on-one coaching? I do one supporting phone call extra per week, okay? And you can text me, though, whenever. You can text and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, okay? Typically a couple texts a day. Usually, I expect from people updating me on what's going on, especially if they're building a business. I've had people, business people before, executives who will want to set up that supporting phone call, the extra 15, 20-minute phone call, an hour before they go into a big negotiation for a deal, and helping them for their talking points for deals, things like that. I've done all that. So I went through the Harvard program in negotiations when I was at the National War College. And so I teach negotiation as well too, to a lot of, to my executives. And so it's just good to get those reps. So hopefully that makes sense for everybody. But again, that's my one-on-one coaching, okay? And I know it's a significant investment. I only try to take on about 10 clients at the most. Typically my sweet spot's around 6. And then I have a few companies that I work with, a few companies I coach, and other people that I work with for years now. I've worked on for years that I'm working pretty often, traveling for their company, things like that as well too. Okay, so if you're interested in that, hit me up and we'll talk more. Okay. And so what I want to say is that this membership is amazing though. $47.99 per month. Okay. It's an annual membership. You're going to get to have that live coaching session with me, with the other members. They're going to ask great questions too. I'm going to assign you homework. You're going to have all the information is going to be hung in the members area that you can access anytime. Okay. And I try not to overload you with too much, right? But it's just enough. I've been doing this, like I said, 6 years full time now. Before that, I've led, coached, and mentored thousands of people. You see all the stuff back here, right? For a long time. And so I have a lot of experience in leadership, mentoring, coaching. I've also, coached football and all kinds of things. Okay. So I've hit it from multiple angles, but I know this is the right amount of information that works to get the transformation you need. Okay, guys. So please check that out. It'll be really, really good. Let me, yes, it is. Yes, definitely. It is hard work. Yes, it is. And it is super, super worth it. Definitely all the way. Where are we calling from right now? Who else we got in the chat? Where are we calling from? We got East Coast in the house over here. Where are you guys coming from? How about, we still got Texas, I know that. Any West Coast? Henry, I know you took off. I think, I know you're LA. Anyone else? And thanks so much for being on with me, guys. What about, tell me, so what's going on right now for some of you? Anybody want to jump in there? You can ask me a question. I'll try to talk you through it and coach you up a little bit. LA, okay, awesome. Nice. Just in LA, boy, 2 weeks ago. West Coast, cool. Fantastic. How is the weather out there right now? Is it nice? It's gotta be. It usually is. I know that I was there though in January and February. It's getting pretty cold, man. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit disappointed. Not as cold as here, but you can't decide your career. Well, all right. So Kenzie, what are you passionate about? I guess, what are you really interested in? What are you curious about? That's where I would go with that. Whenever I have people ask me about, like I had a call today about that. They didn't know what to do. They're working in a job right now. They used to be an entrepreneur. They want to go back into entrepreneurship. Seattle, rainy or beautiful or clear. That's nice. That's awesome. LA is a little bit whack. Where in Indonesia are you going to live? So, but I think knowing what your passion is, right? Knowing what gets you in your flow state. A question I'll ask people too is, when I'm working on them about what next, what they should really do with their lives, right? As far as their career or their life, period, is when have you felt a state of flow? When have you felt that you were on fire, that all of your abilities, your passions were being used, Or I ask another question. When did you ever feel like you were so interested in what you're doing that you lost track of time? You're so curious and so into it that you lost track of time. Your health is number one. I hear you, Victor, 100%. Health is wealth. Make no mistake. There are different types of wealth out there, and it is not just, material wealth or money. So others as well too. Sales or therapist, okay. Cool, okay. I think, it just depends. I mean, how much do you know about being a therapist? Okay. You're thinking about being, going into sales or a therapist, but how much do you know about being a therapist? Especially the risk of being it. Maybe like the risk of liability. You mean? I know there's liability insurance. You could become a licensed therapist, or you could become a coach, right? I mean, you could do like me, right? Bali's awesome. I've spent some time in Bali. Bali's fantastic, no doubt about it. Making long form content, it's a great idea. People are very hungry for that, especially if you're providing some type of useful information, right? And so, I mean, it's important. Like, obviously I'm telling you guys about my coaching membership and all those things. And I hope I see you all in the coaching membership. I hope you click the link in my bio, you check it out. I hope you like it. I hope you get in the membership and you join. But at the same time, my higher mission than that is really serving people and trying to make positive, lasting, transformational change in people. So whether you decide to work with me on a professional basis or not, I still get to serve. I still get to make a difference. Hopefully get to help you. Hopefully you get some real value out of each time I do these lives, and that way I get to serve. And I love what I do. I love passing on the lessons I've learned from the research I've done, from the people I've coached, from my own personal experiences of things I've done, and things that, have either gone really well for me or things I've failed on. And I try to pass those lessons on, because then I think life has meaning then as well too. Okay. But, definitely, I would say for the therapist route, or maybe take a look at being a coach as well too, because there's less liability there. I believe, because when you become a therapist, if let's say you become a licensed clinical social worker or a licensed therapist, you have a lot of rules you have to follow, things like that. But the cool thing about being a coach, okay, is that there are other credentialing organizations, right? And you want to really know what you're doing, but at the same time, I think you can also get in a lot deeper and closer to a team, to an organization, with an individual. So that's something to look at as well too. And then you can always do a YouTube channel. You can do social media and help people that way too. Like the long form content I think you were just talking about as well. That's a big thing as well too, guys. So again, if you're just joining, we're talking about all kinds of stuff, a big whirlwind here, a million things. And I do want you guys to check out my coaching membership. For sure. Check out my coaching membership. Go on the link in my bio on my Instagram. Click on the link tree, a little drop down, go to the coaching membership, look at it, it'll come up. The first thing that comes up is the price. It's $47.99. Okay. Honestly, I'm technology challenged. I don't know why that comes up first. I wanted everything else to come up. Scroll down, read through it, see what it's about, see what you get in it, and read some of the testimonials. And I think, you'll be excited about it too, just like I am. Okay. So, joining my program and getting what the first week or weeks look like. So I would say probably, the first week, if you're in the coaching membership, right? My one-on-one work with people is different, right? That's very customized, and we can talk about that separately. But in the coaching membership, so I had my first session for this program 2 weeks ago. Okay. It'll be on the third Friday of every month is the live session, like I'm doing with you guys. But it's going to be an hour long. It's a Zoom call. You register, you're in there. It's very private. Okay, it's only members that can join this, right? So you'll click, you'll join, you'll pay. Next thing you know, you'll have access to my Kajabi platform. I'm on Kajabi. It's a very professional education platform. Easy to navigate, completely user-friendly. You'll get in there. You'll see your library. You'll click on my coaching membership. You'll go in. What you see right now, if you join tonight, is you're going to see week one, session one has already ended, but you're going to go into session one and you're going to see that the video of the coaching session, which is about an hour and 40 minutes long, hour of me teaching, about 40 minutes of Q&A, is hung in the members area. Okay, it's permanently in the members area. You can go there, you can watch, you can fast forward, go back and forth, watch it over and over again. Also in there is the presentation. Okay, the presentation that I created to coach everybody for that session. So it's a PowerPoint presentation. Gosh, maybe like 30 slides, I think, something like that. Maybe 20, 30 slides. I can't remember right now off the top of my head. Very colorful, lots of information, lots of quotes. There are exercises in there. There are concepts. if you are watching the video in one window, let's say you open up the PowerPoint in the other, and you scroll through with me, you're gonna be able to pause, think about it, look through it, do the exercises with us in your notebook, okay, or on Word document, something like that, or on your phone in a notes section of your phone, and get the most out of this thing. You should, and I do the exercises in class, okay, as well too. So as you invest an hour of your time for that that week, you're gonna get so much out of it. Or even you could do it for that month, invest that hour in that work. And then hopefully what I'm doing is helping you to build habits. I know what I'm doing is help you build habits of goal setting, getting clear about your goals, all those things like that. And then also in the members area from week 1 is my membership success path. And what that is, okay, I liken this, okay, it's an analogy, a comparison of your life being like a rocket ship, like the space shuttle, the old space shuttle, or like a new rocket ship getting ready for launch, okay? In stage 1, you're basically getting the rocket ready for launch, okay? And stage 2 is when the rocket's all ready for launch, okay? And it's moving to the launch pad, and it's getting ready for the initial takeoff, okay? So stage 1, getting ready for launch. You're on the launch pad, okay? Stage 2, and I explain this in depth in the video as well too. When you join, you can go on and watch the session, the live session, the coaching session. I explain it in depth. Stage 2 is actually the initial takeoff session, which takes so much work in your life, okay? Financially, health and fitness wise, changing your habits, building your career, improving your relationships, directing your mindset, directing your thoughts, mastering your emotions. All this stuff takes a ton of energy and a ton of work at stage 2, the liftoff when you're getting moving, okay? The prep work in stage 1 is a lot too. Then there's stage 3. You're off the ground, you're flying, like the rocket ship's making its way towards breaking out of the atmosphere, okay? Stage 4, boom, you broke out of the atmosphere, you're orbiting, you're in orbit, like a rocket ship in orbit around the earth, okay? There's no more gravity, right? Gravity is also a metaphor that the things that are holding us down. Your habits are built. You know how to save money. You know how to invest money. You have a budget, okay? You paid down your debt. Everything pretty much except for your mortgage, okay? I'm telling you this is stage 4. After, some time working together with me, these are the milestones I want you to accomplish, okay? And then, you've built your health habits. You're working out 4 days a week, okay? You're getting enough sleep every day. Sleep's another one that I have as a milestone. To get even through stage 2, you have to be having adequate sleep, for example, okay? You have a clear and focused vision. You're accomplishing many of your 3-month goals and 1-year goals when you're in stage 4. You know how to executive plan. You're rolling, okay? So that's where we want to get from where you are now. I call stage 1 as stargazing. You're looking up at the stars, wishing you could fly, wishing you could get in orbit like the other rockets you see up there. The other people you see who are in orbit have done all the work of stage 2, the initial liftoff, and stage 3, breaking out of the Earth's atmosphere. They're now in orbit, and little small thrusters are allowing them to stay in orbit and keep them on course, okay? And then also, this is when in business, deal flow comes to you. More opportunities come to you when you're in orbit, okay? So you're going to find that in the membership success. It's the membership success path, and that is in the members area in session 1, okay? So if you join right now, that's what you're going to see. Hopefully that answers the question. And then what you're going to see is also I just hung a new PDF for a self-discipline and habit tracker that's in session 2's folder, okay? You have different buttons. You have notes. You have resources, okay? You click on resources, things will drop down. My notes for the session coming up, I'll be putting those in probably this weekend, getting ready for not this Friday, but the following Friday's live session that's going to go. Okay, can't wait for that. It's going to be fantastic. But filling that up with notes, getting everything ready. You're also going to get a membership if you join right now, okay? So this is what happens, right? Thanks, I appreciate that. Yeah, that always worked for me. I don't know why. I think I got to see the spaceship, the space shuttle once getting ready for launch. It was moving on the crawler, seeing all that. It just stuck with me for that metaphor. And so you're gonna get, when we go into session 2, you'll see in there right now, I've got that membership success, the success tracker, the self-discipline and habit tracker, okay? Get your habits going. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go live and for session 2, the 3rd Friday of every month, and it's gonna be fantastic, okay? The exercises you'll see when you go in there, okay? Some of the exercises, you go in there, you'll have to take a look in there to see what the exercises are, okay? But they're building upon getting you ready through the different stages I just talked about, okay? So again, it's $47.99. I think it's a great deal. Again, as one of the other people were asking me, I think Henry was asking me earlier, how much does it cost for my one-on-one program? My one-on-one program is $20,000 for 6 months, okay? It's just the way it is right now. I've got a lot of demand for it and a lot of people that work with me from across the U.S., across the world. And it's been a fantastic journey doing that. However, I wanted to create this because I had a lot of people asking me, how can I work with you, but I can't do your one-on-one? I can't even do a discounted one-on-one program, right? If I knocked off 50%, just out of the goodness of my heart, friends and family thing, something like that, they still can't do it. And I totally understand that, 100%. It's a real investment. I got it, okay? So I built this so that people can still work with me and I can reach as many people as possible. And there's only one me, right? There's only one me, so I only have so much time. But this way, as many people as possible can come in there. And right now, it's not that big of a group. So if you join right now, you're going to have an intimate group. It's not that many people right now, right? It's a good handful of really high achievers and motivated people looking to make a breakthrough. So you're getting access to a peer group too, which I think is the coolest thing. Because really your proximity to other people that are trying to get ahead, have positive mindsets, are supportive. Some of these people are very successful that are in my coaching membership, the $47.99 one, okay? Okay, no kidding. Like very successful entrepreneurs have fantastic businesses. Other people are leaders in their field, okay? You name it. You've got entertainment industry in there. I've got fashion industry. I've got healthcare. I've got real estate. I've got another entrepreneur. Another entrepreneur, tech. I'm just trying to think. All these different people. So many different industries. The coolest thing is you can be like me. I learn vicariously through my clients. And you're going to learn vicariously through the community. I'm just telling you, it's an amazing thing. I've had like the best MBA program from working with my clients, right? Because I'm never going to know more about your business than you do, but I know a lot about human beings and human performance, okay? I know a lot about leadership, building organizations, maximizing performance, okay? And so I know also about building a resilient mindset, going through hardship and pushing through fear, which fortunately or unfortunately, I'm a master practitioner of pushing through fear, okay? Just from my own personal experiences, and then onward and upward right now, continued personal experiences of pushing through fear. The fear doesn't go away, guys. It doesn't go away. You learn how to master it. And if you're playing big and you're going after things, you keep learning how to step into fear because it's a sign, a signal. It's your spidey sense to achieve growth. Push through the fear, attack the fear, step into it, and you're always going to grow. When you know you're afraid of something, I don't mean like, I'm afraid to jump off a building with no parachute, okay? You should be, okay? Don't do that, right? But I'm talking like when you feel that fear, you feel one part of you says, I think I can do this. The other part's like, I'm afraid. You got to go, man. You got to do it, okay? And maybe if you don't do it that instant, you got to come back to it and you got to do it, okay? You got to prepare for it and you got to do it and you got to go for it. Who cares if you fall on your face? Because then next time you go and do it again, you'll get better. And the third time, you'll pass it 100%. Or you'll crush it the first time. You'll prepare so well, okay? Trust me. And you feel like it's so scary. Then all of a sudden you do it the second or third or fourth time. Like me in public speaking, right? I mean, I've been a public speaker for a while now, inspirational speaker. I get paid to speak, all that stuff, okay? And yeah, I mean, public speaking is a big fear for people. But I'm telling you what, once you get up there and you go and you know what you're going to say, you just make the connection, you stay focused on trying to serve, you get past all the fear, right? You get past all that stuff like that. And when I first started out years ago, of course it was like, I'm going to my doom. What's going to happen? And it's not, but you feel nervous, right? Now, these days, yeah, I definitely feel excited. I feel excited. I feel some nervous energy for sure right before, but it's really excitement. But it's like I have such a positive association to it. I've associated such positive emotions and memories to it that I know if I prepare, I know if I rehearse, and I'm a guy that's off script, right? I'm not like at a podium reading. You've seen maybe some of my videos. I'm in the audience with them. I'm talking. I'm on the headset or the mic right here. And always ahead of time, I ask the producers, people in charge of whatever of the speaking event, can I roam? I roam the stage. I roam in the audience. I leave the stage, right? It gives them fits sometimes, but that's me, and that's where I'm comfortable, and I love it. But I wasn't always that great. I wasn't always great with live. A few years ago, I never would have done live. I'd be terrified of doing live. I'd be like, forget this. What am I going to say? But when you keep stepping into fear, keep going, pushing through your comfort zone expands. So what was hard and scary no longer is, okay? So these are some of the things I teach. Some of the exercises that you will be doing will be some ordeals to push through fear, okay? Not to give you specifics of the last session, which were their exercises and, some different goal setting and vision work, things like that. But, you will be doing some, pushing through fear exercises, because it's honestly, it's a requirement to achieve the things you want to achieve. You want to get to your next level, you're going to have to push through some kind of fear. I'm just telling you, point, period, paragraph, full stop, move on. You're going to have to push through some fear, okay? And it's a big thing I talk about when I speak to inspirational speaking events, companies, teams, anything like that, okay? And in my clients as well, too. We find where the fear points are. You'd be surprised, okay? I know people who have made, hundreds of millions of dollars, okay, personally. And they're some of my clients who still will have a fear point about something, about not being good enough, about being judged. How do you convince yourself you're still good when you take a setback, okay? I'm a master of setbacks too. Believe you me, let me tell you, I've messed up a lot of stuff, fallen on my face a lot of times, okay? But I keep on getting back up and I get back in action. I learn the lessons and I go. You got no other choice, okay? You know what I mean? When it's not my time to go, I'll quit when big man calls me home, okay? When God says it's my time, that's when it'll be over. And even then, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep on going with every last breath. And that's how you got to do it. You got to have faith. You got to have hope. You got to have ferocious optimism. You got to be a warrior. By the way, you can get the shirt in my merch shop. Link in my bio, okay? Shameless plug, of course. But you got to be a warrior and you got to be a ferocious optimist, okay? My own personal philosophy is that of ferocious optimism. And you got to be a warrior in life. You really do, okay? 100%. Pushing through fear, having courage. These are great virtues of any society. Courage is admired and valued in any society, any culture on our planet. Probably in alien cultures too. Who knows when the aliens come, right? We'll ask them. But yeah, amen to that, right? So, there's just so many great things here. Augusta, did you get in okay? Okay, cool. I was just saying there was a request for you to get in. Good. So again, working on our fears is something probably within this next session I'm going to be discussing. It's going to be a common theme throughout, okay? And yes, in the Q&A, you guys can ask me about leadership, about executive coaching, building an organization, about your business. I've become a pretty darn good marketer, I would say, over the almost 7 years I've been doing this full time. So I can help you build a brand, marketing, all those things like that. We can do in the Q&A. Right now I'm working on, in the coaching membership, these early stages, we're working on building yourself and leading yourself, okay? Getting clear about what you truly want, learning how to get a success strategy that is a proven success strategy, a proven roadmap with a coach like me, okay? This is how you build success momentum, how you make a breakthrough and transformation in your life. Learning how to take accurate and effective action, and learning how to build a resilient, unstoppable mind that will help you overcome the obstacles and fears and problems you're going to have and the setbacks, but especially the fear, like we talked about, in order to get done the jobs you need to get done. And sometimes we're having hangups from the past, right? We have old shame and guilt and all this bullshit from the past that's affecting us. And I'm going to work with you on getting through that and getting over that as well too. I think it's important to teach a lesson. I still teach it today, but called Lessons of the Path. And on the path of life, a forward focus too much in the future. If we're focusing on the future all the time, it brings a lot of anxiety because you're focusing on something that isn't here yet, okay? And you're focusing so much on it, the future is unpredictable in many ways, right? We can definitely create the future through our daily actions and develop it, influence it, okay? But you cause a lot of anxiety. A lot of my high performers are so future focused, it causes anxiety, okay? If you focus in the past too much behind you, it causes depression. Why? Because you're dwelling usually on the negative parts of the past, okay? Or nostalgia about how much better it was back then, and you're crying, okay? And I'm not making fun of you. I'm this person too. We're all these people, okay? And so I'm on the journey with you, trust me. But you look in the past and you feel sorry for yourself, right? Or you're thinking about your failures in the past, the shame of the past. The time to look in the past is when you're celebrating a victory. I want you all to have an anchor point in the past that remembers when you could do it, when you're at your best, when you beat the odds, when you were disciplined, when you woke up on time all the time, okay? When you did the hard job, when you kicked ass, you felt like you were at your best. Remember that. I don't care how long ago it was, okay? Preferably in the last 5 years, draw on that one as well too, okay? And then, or if you had a failure in the past and you coldly and objectively, without beating yourself up, while being kind to yourself, you look at the lessons of that failure and what happened, okay? And I'm not talking about blaming yourself for something. I'm saying maybe it was in business, maybe it was in your career, maybe it was in leadership, maybe it was in your family, something you're not happy about, right? Maybe it was in a relationship. This is the time to do it judgment-free. We're not judging. We're looking at the lessons objectively. Action A led to, action A led to result 1, right? The causal link, the causation. Is there causation, first of all? Objectively. It's hard for some people to do, but give yourself permission if you're going to look at lessons of the past, okay? But none of you do not look at the past and go into depression and fear and shame and I wish I would have and I could have and I should have, okay? Now, if you find that happening, you're getting pissed off, that's not bad either. A little bit of motivation, a little bit of fire, okay? But I don't want you to beat yourselves up and get depressed or down. So, on the path though, we're on the path. If you're focusing too far ahead, you might trip and fall, right? You might stumble on a rock or a root. If you're looking behind you, you might smack into a tree. The time to focus the most intensely is right here, right now, on this day, on this time. What are you going to do today? Start today. Don't regret past mistakes. Don't regret time lost. Don't regret any of it. If you're alive and you're breathing, you got a chance. Remember that. You got a chance to make it all happen. Everything you want, okay? This is what the coaching membership is going to be like. I'm going to go nuts on you guys every time we have a session, just like this. And we're going to have fun. And we're going to laugh. I'm going to teach you some real shit that really works, okay? Real stuff, real talk that really works. I've seen it, okay? People tell me I've changed their lives, all right? I'm not making it up. That's what they told me. The testimonials are in there. Take a look at them, okay? And, I'll tell you, I know it works because I've done it myself. I've done it with lots of Marines, lots of military people. Done it with football players. I've done it with entertainment industry people. I've done it with people that are in finance, people that are in manufacturing, people that are in every walk of life. Moms, dads, fathers, brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, sons, daughters, okay? You name it, all right? It works. The stuff works, okay? And that's what we're going to do because I want to see you win. Again, it's $47.99. Go on the link in my bio. Check out the coaching membership. Please, please, please jump in there. Join. This is my way of serving as well, too. Like I said, if you want to do my one-on-one coaching, I'd love it. Fantastic. Do it. It's a significant investment. It really is. But I'm telling you, I'll get you a transformation and we will kick ass. It'll be amazing. All right. No doubt about it. But I'm going to do the same thing in the coaching membership. Okay. I've had people that I know can pay the $20,000 for the 6 months, my one-on-one. And I'm like, look, if you have any hesitation, go to my coaching membership. For $47.99. Low risk. Okay. And if you want to quit, you quit. Whatever. I don't make you sign any contract where you're like, oh no, because you quit, you pay better than the rest of it. Bullshit. I wouldn't want that. That's not what I want someone to do to me. I know I'm good. I know it's going to work. Okay? That's not cocky. It's friggin' proof. Okay? This is like when I go on stage to speak. People are like, are you ready? I'm like, yeah, I'm friggin' ready. I got it, man. Don't worry about it. They're more nervous than I am before I speak. I'm like, yeah, don't worry. It's great. It's going to be great. Okay? It's going to be awesome. If you put the work in, if you don't quit on me, I won't quit on you. It's going to friggin' work. I'm telling you, it's going to kick ass. Faith, hope, energy, effort, attitude, all that shit makes all the difference in the world, okay? And I'm not going to swear at you guys all the time, but I do swear. That's how it is, right? I can't help myself sometimes. I'll do my best to polish it up a little bit. But I'm telling you, it's going to be great. And then, not much risk. Now you're paying $20,000. It's a bigger, thing to handle. And obviously, if you want to do that, let's do it. Now we'll crush it, okay? But the $47.99, and then if you got the $20,000 in reserve and you're ready to invest it, why don't you check me out first in the coaching membership? Get another look at me and see if you really like it, okay? Or if you're like, hey, talk to your company and be like, look, I'm going to hire this executive coach. I've had people do that too. Company will pay for me, okay? Good to go. But if you're paying out of your own pocket too, the $47.99 is a great thing to do, and it's going to be fun. You're going to get everything you need in there. And in the community, you can write to me anytime in the community. Hey, Ben, I have this question. I check the community a couple times a day, all right? And I'll get back to you and I'll answer the question. I love doing it. It's never a bother. It's never a chore. I love it. And I've got a community manager. His name's Josh. He's fantastic. He's in there. Very great communicator. He went to Rutgers. He's a screenwriter. He's like magna cum laude, like super smart dude, okay? And he's a screenwriter, very smart, great communicator, great listener. I mean, I wouldn't have him in there if I didn't think very highly of him as a person. And so he's in there helping me to run and manage the community as well too. So if it's not me, it's Josh. If it's none of us, it's other people in the community will answer you too and support you. So it's really, really great. All right, guys. Well, hey, I hope you've enjoyed this live. I love going live with you guys. I love what I do, and I want to see you guys win. I want to see, we all have to decide in life what we want to do. And someday, our time on this earth is finite, right? And you can't take it with you. So at the end of the day, I want to see you win. I want to see you achieve a transformation. I love hearing back from you guys about changing your lives and about how you make a breakthrough and the things you'll learn. So, that's the most important thing for me. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Hopefully, I really hope you got something out of this tonight because it allows me to serve part of my personal mission. So thank you for being here. And I hope to see you in the membership community, the membership itself, and then you get the community for free, the bonus, okay? And I've had people even tell me, Ben, why are you giving this community away for free? They have more access to you. They should be paying more money. There's several people, right? And I said, that's not what it's about for me. The community is about community. Like, it's real service. Like, I want this to build positive optimists, ferocious optimists, right? That are badass people, badass warrior mindset, but also very optimistic, okay? All right, guys, have an amazing evening. Have an amazing week. Crush it tomorrow. The time is now. This time is yours. Let's go. Go get yours. I'll talk to y'all soon. Take care.